Ever since Usher has made that shed, he's been putting all the stuff in the shed itself, just to keep it safe. But the problem with the shed is that it has a plastic roof which falls apart easily, and the entire thing itself is made of wood. Well, imagine that you look for parts from random places, pieces of like wood and stuff from like the outside of the street itself, and whatever you get, whenever you make a shed, this is the result itself of what happens when you make it in the end. With that, also as well, and whenever you made the shed, whenever the family takes the pieces out, just to see what the results are, what they find is really shocking, that these clothes here are covered in mold and damp. See? But if you are making a shed like this, and when someone like tells you not to put the stuff in there, then you ignore them. Ignore them, okay? Ignore them so that pieces like this, stuff like this happens to the clothes itself. Okay? But even it's been like 6 months when Didi told him that it's not a good way to make a shed like that, he ignores it. So we get this in the end. You know what I should? We're not lying to you or anything, okay? We're telling you the truth. We're telling you the truth right here, okay? All these clothes here on the couch has been covered in mold and damp, okay? Alright? You can say whatever nonsense you want, but take it from me, Ashid. I'm getting sick and tired of taking care of this shit, you know that? Because even the photo frames itself are covered in water as well. Well, not all of them. You should be grateful that all of them is not damaged. But to be truthfully honest with you, it's just is that you don't even for once understand how serious this is. Because when Baji was there for you, when Baji was there to tell you that you shouldn't do this, all you did was take your phone out and started recording it and using it against her because she doesn't want the stuff in that shed of yours. So, to be truthfully honest with you, it's just that you don't understand what you're doing. You don't understand what you're doing at all. Okay? You don't understand what you're doing. Look at this. How much proof do you need to tell you that this is not okay? And for you to go back to your own ways and carry on doing the same old thing where we get fucking fed up of all this crap. You know? I shouldn't be going after this crap right now, okay? I shouldn't, because the stuff is damaging the water. And now, when I heard you were angry about the stuff being in a garage in your office, I don't know what to say to you right now because of what is going on. You literally have ruined the stuff inside that shed of yours, that makeshift shed that you put your time into it, and you blame me for the problem of not putting my money in when you never told me. When you never told me before. That's your fault. You never told me before, okay? So, that's your fault that all this stuff here has been damaged in the rain. And it's your fault because you never listened. Okay? It's covered in mold and damp. How much proof do you really need right now? Because all you do is walk away, just like you've always have been. Walk away from the goddamn problem that you created. With my finances, with the stuff you put in the shed. And not to mention, you turned the police against me because I told them about what the problem was. And then the problem with the police is that they think that the shed is perfectly fine. But let me show you something. How is this, this, even this, and this perfectly fine to you? How is all of this perfectly fine? When I actually have found a shed in B&Q much more decent than yours, you have created a shed that is made of street components. Okay, you have found pieces of wood lying on the street and you have used that to make a shed. Well, to be truthfully honest with you, I don't think you know what you're doing. Because how is all of that perfectly fine? I don't understand you. Really don't. Because all you do is walk away from the goddamn problem instead of just like fixing it. You don't fix things, okay? You can't fix things like this. You can't just put like a plastic roof and say, hey, job done. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't work like that, Ashad. Everything about the shed itself is a walking problem. It is a waking problem for me and for mom and for everyone else. But for you, it isn't. All of our stuff is in there. Why it matters is because our pictures are in there. Our past pictures are in there. Our pictures of when we were born are in there. Those matter. But you decided to put that in a suitcase and put it in the shed of yours. And that got damaged in the water, Ashad. When are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up and see for yourself that this shed of yours is not going to be okay for everything you put in there? Because the roof is broken, everything about it is falling apart, and you seriously need to get it replaced. Alright? I can help out with the money itself, fixing the shed itself, but I cannot let that thing be in the back garden for too long, okay? That shed itself is nothing but a goddamn problem for me and everyone else because of what I had to see. It's plastic and wood. It doesn't work like that. But you decide to ignore that because of what happened. Now take your phone out and start recording me. See? Now take your phone and start recording this. Okay, now take your phone and start recording me with all this crap here. Go ahead, do it. I mean it, because you're not going to wake up anyway.